What would it be that would make somebody get there? So let's try and help the man. What would it be that is making this person get there?
I don't
what are
think
some of the
that
factors?
kind of a man can behave until
I
he makes
believe
a
everybody
decision.
can.
Can't be helped.
A decision himself, like, I want to change. You can't force it on him. Unless he decides, like, I want to change. I want to settle with this. Like, if he has made a point, like, he wants to have 2 women in his life, then decide on that. So, if he wants another one, and another one, and another one, and he has not yet made that decision, the cycle will still continue.
Okay,
I think having 2 wives is not the problem here. We're not going to argue from that perspective because we do not know he's probably a Muslim and they're allowed to have. So the problem is cheating on the 2 wives. Maybe he's not satisfied. The women should probably reconsider their ways.
So it's the women's problem?
It could be. 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 I am not entirely putting the blame on the women, but it could be.
I think, you know what, as you're asking how can the man be helped, he needs to ask himself, what am I looking for outside? Because unfaithfulness, most of the time people are looking for 3 things: sex, money, or you just want to have some good time. So either one of those, or emotional attachment. You're just looking for somebody who can satisfy emotionally, who can give you good sex, or he can give you some extra money. So if you can find that in where he's actually at, and if you can address his identity, who am I, and I don't get my things from this other exterior stuff, then maybe that will be the journey that's going to help him to just sort himself out, because he needs to realize that by hurting people around him, he's hurting himself.
How open can a conversation be between a man who has those kind of struggles with his wife? How open can that be? Can a man tell the wife, look, I've got this last problem, and I want you to help me. I want you to keep me in check. Do you think that's easy?
Yeah.
No.
Would a woman take that and try to help the man?
Yeah, you can. Like,
Unless there's a force behind it.
you can, 'cause
Unless there's
if
another
you
force
want-
behind it.
if you want your relationship to work, it's all about making sacrifices at the end of the day. So if there's something that is lacking from these 2, maybe he can sit them down and talk about it. Like, there's this and this I'm not getting from it. Like,
It's possible, but it's not easy. Somebody to come and tell you, I cheated, I've been cheating, and have a problem, help me. It's difficult.
What is that that you are lacking?
It's difficult. I'm not saying it's not, it's not possible. It's difficult. So I'm just helping them understand that it's going to be a difficult conversation to have. When somebody tells you, I've been cheating and I have a problem, help me, by the time you get to emotionally and mentally accept, okay, now I'm committing myself to helping this person, you have to deal with the fact that he has been cheating. So you need to accept that, you know what, I forgive you, go through the path of forgiveness, and now let's work on your problem. And so that it is not somebody who's coming to wish to whitewash whatever he's been doing by saying, I have a problem and help me, and then you try and help them, then they go back to the same thing. So as you said, the help, he needs to want to change. The spouse needs to want to change, that I want to be a better person to you. And then now you can help the person. It's going to be difficult, but it's very possible.
Do you think that the entry of the second wife eliminated the boundaries? Because by the time the second wife is coming in, of course there's a first wife. And she didn't have a problem coming in when there was already a first wife.
Yes.
So when this man goes out with somebody else,
Yes.
would she even have the moral authority?
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
Because
The man is justified.
Yeah,
It's
it's like,
justified.
got you out of unfaithfulness, and now you're going to get another. But is it the second wife who's asking, or the first wife? Did they say?
I don't know, but it seems to me, like it's the second.
The second wife,
The
right?
second wife.
Because it's like, how do we make this
I think
okay?
she's feeling like, look, I thought when I come in, we'll fix it. I'll be the special one. But now it doesn't seem
It doesn't work according
Run.
to
Run.
see, I've come to realize, like, mostly married people, I don't know why, they're not that close to each other that you can share everything. Like, you should be open to your partner. No, it's true. You should be open to your partner. Like,
What study are you basing that
I don't know for sure.
We need references.
no, for real, it's happening. Yes. It's happening.
Yes.
It's happening, by the way. I was once married, so you know. So it's
Okay.
it's happened. You're not free with your partner. So if you don't communicate, and you find like most of my friends are guys, and we talk about everything, relationships and all that. So you find them, they are guys who are married. They can talk about anything.
With other people outside the marriage,
Yeah,
but not with their
but
spouse.
with their spouse, they can't. I don't know why.
Stakes.
Like,
I think it's a matter of stakes. Sometimes, I'm not justifying it, but I'm just thinking it's a matter of stakes. You see, Dan said it's very difficult for a spouse to come in and say, I've been doing this. Why? Because there's going to be repercussions and consequences.
but don't say you're being doing
But
it.
they can go to a friend and say, I've been doing this. They're not going to lose that friend. They're very sure. They can have a little bit of friction or something, but they're not losing the friend. But over on the other side, there is a fear. If I open up, what will happen to me? And sometimes that begins to eat up on the intimacy, where people fear consequences so much that they begin to build walls and try to, protect themselves. It's not the best thing to do. It's not the best way. But I was just trying to bring in my sense to what you're asking.
Because I think it's also about developing a culture of openness,
Yeah.
In any relationship or marriage. Once you deal with that from the very onset, work on that little by little, and then you cultivate that culture of being open. Because by the time somebody is going to bed with another person, it doesn't just start like that. It builds up. So start with a culture of being open and being transparent, and then dealing with issues while they're still young is going to be so easy.
Right.
But over here, we're dealing with damage control. It's already happened. It's happening. How do we deal with this?
And
So
again,
yes.
wisdom wouldn't allow you to say everything to your spouse.
So there are things you'll deliberately
The
keep from your
things you
spouse.
should,
No,
you,
but
you should
why?
There's some
deliberately.
things deliberately keep from
The
your
things,
spouse.
if you
Like
can work
what?
them out
Yes.
without telling her,
Yes.
then work them out.
I think deliberately
can
going
work
out
them
of your
out,
way to hide.
Yeah, if you can
Might
work them
set you
out,
off.
you can work them out without telling her,
Without- yes.
then don't.
Oh my.
And also, I believe,
Yes.
like, guys who are married, also they have side chicks out there. And they are so, like, so
Guys
free
who are
with their
married,
side-
or some guys.
Some guys,
Oh, thank
sorry.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My wife,
Sorry
I have
about
no
that.
side chicks. Yes.
Some guys are
For
married.
the ones who are sitting there.
Yeah, they have
Oh,
side
this one
chicks.
side. No, but no.
Literally side chicks,
Yes.
literally.
Yeah, and you find that they're so open with them.
Yes.
But I believe you can have it all with your wife.
Yes. You can, if you want to. If
Yeah,
want
you
to,
can
yes,
have
yes,
it all. Like, whatever you're doing with the side chick, coffee you have with the side chick, you can also do it with the wife.
Exactly.
Do you know why they're open with the side chick? Because they're not afraid of losing, like,
That's the thing that I
Yeah,
was
they're
saying.
not afraid of
I
losing the
think
side
it's not a
chick.
justification, but I think it's the element of feeling like the stakes are lower in certain places. And that happens even with children. If a child is coming to confess something and then you act badly, they will never tell you. So it's not just in a relationship between a man and a woman. Even children, you've got to make them feel safe. So they'll come and tell you about their day. And they'll tell you even the wrong things they did, But the moment you will raise your voice at some point, they coil. So they never tell you anything because they don't want to see that reaction. So I think the thing is, how do we work then to get to the place where the other person feels safe
to say
and
anything, yes.
and doesn't just see you as a wife or a husband, but still remembers the friendship you had before. So this one, I'm talking to you as a friend. Remove the wife-husband tag. I'm talking to you as a friend because I don't want to talk to anybody else. I have this mess.